हेलो एवरीवन। आज हम पढ़ेंगे क्लास नाइन्थ पॉलिटिकल साइंस का चैप्टर नंबर 3 द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डिज़ाइन। इस वीडियो में हम क्वेश्चन आंसर्स पढ़ेंगे, वेरी शॉर्ट शॉर्ट और लॉन्ग के फॉर्म में। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। वेरी शॉर्ट आंसर्स। क्वेश्चन: द ऑफिशियल पॉलिसी ऑफ रेशियल सेपरेशन ऑफ इल ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ blacks followed by the government of South Africa was called. Answer: apartheid. Question number 2. An assembly of people's representatives that writes a constitution for a country is. Answer: Constituent Assembly. Question number 3. What do you know about the long walk to freedom? Answer: It is an autobiography of Nelson Mandela. Question number 4. An introductory statement in a constitution which states the reasons and guiding values of the constitution is. Answer: Preamble. Next question number 5. When did South Africa become a democratic country? Answer: 26th April 1994. Question number 6. Leaders of the freedom movement were clear that their country should be. Answer: Democratic. Next question. One of the guiding values of the constitution is sovereignty, which means. Answer: People have the supreme right to make decisions. Next question. A republic in consent to our constitution means. Answer: Head of the state is an elected person. Next question. All of us should behave as if we are members of the same family. No one should treat a fellow citizen as inferior. This defines a word given in preamble of our constitution, which is. Answer: Fraternity. Next question. The famous speech given by Pandit Nehru on the evening of Independence Day is known as. Answer: Trust and Destiny. Next question. In 1928, who along with 8 other Congress leaders. Answer: Motilal Nehru. Next question. The Assembly adopted the Constitution on 26th November 1949, but it came into effect on 26th January. Answer: 1950. Next question. Who was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution? Social revolutionary, thinker, and agitator against caste division. Answer: Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Next question. In Indian Constitution, the secular means. Answer: Citizens have complete freedom to follow any religion. Next question. There are no unreasonable restrictions on the citizens in India in what way they think, how they wish to express their thoughts. This means they enjoy. Answer: Liberty. Question number 16. What was apartheid? Answer: Racial discrimination. Next question. What is the full form of ANC? Answer: The African National Congress. Next question. Where did Nelson Mandela spend his prison term? Answer: Nelson Mandela spent 28 years in South Africa's most dreaded prison, Robben Island. Next question. Who was the first president of the newly born democracy in South Africa? Answer: Nelson Mandela. Next question. Name the umbrella organization that led the struggle against the policies of segregation in South Africa? Answer: the African National Congress ANC was the umbrella organization that led the struggle against the policies of segregation in South Africa. Next question: what determines the rights of citizens and the powers of the government? Answer: as a supreme law of the country, the Constitution determines the rights of citizens, the powers of government, and how the government should function. Next question: who played a key role in the making of the Indian Constitution? Answer: Dr. B.R. Ambedkar played a key role in the making of the Indian Constitution. Next question: when did the process of the making of the Indian Constitution begin? Answer: in 1928, Motilal Nehru and 8 other Congress leaders drafted a constitution for India, which marked the beginning of this process. Next question: who was Rajendra Prasad? Answer: Rajendra Prasad was born in Bihar. He was the president of the Constituent Assembly. He was also the first president of India. Next question: what does the phrase service of India mean? Answer: the phrase service of India means the service of the millions who suffer. It means the ending of poverty and ignorance and disease and inequalities of opportunity. Next question: what is meant by Constituent Assembly debates? Answer: the members deliberated for 114 days spread over 3 years. Every document presented and every word spoken in the Constituent Assembly has been recorded and preserved. They are called Constituent Assembly debates. Next question: what do you understand by the term the preamble to the Constitution? Answer: the Constitution begins with a short statement of its basic values. This is called the preamble to the Constitution. Next question: what do you mean by the term sovereign? Answer: it means people have supreme right to make decisions on internal as well as external matters. No external power can dictate the government of India. Next question: what do you mean by the term secular? Answer: it means citizens have complete freedom to follow any religion, but there is no official religion. Government treats all religious belief and practices with equal respect. Next question: why is the preamble called the soul of the Indian Constitution? Answer: because it contains the philosophy on which the entire Constitution has been built. It provides a standard to examine and evaluate any law and action of government to find out whether it is good or bad. It is the soul of the Indian Constitution. Short answers. Question: what is meant by apartheid? How was it oppressive for the blacks? Answer: apartheid was the name of a system of racial discrimination unique to South Africa. The white Europeans imposed this system on South Africa. The system of apartheid divided the people and labeled them according to their skin color. Many whites had settled in South Africa and became the local rulers. The system of public toilets were also separate for the whites and blacks. This was called suffragan segregation. They could not even visit the churches where the whites worshipped. Blacks could not form association or protest the terrible treatment. Next question. What do you mean by constitution? Answer. The constitution of a country is a set of written rules that are accepted by all people living together in a country. Constitution is the supreme law that determines the relationship among people living in a territory called citizens, and also the relationship between the people and government. Next question. What are the steps involved in the framing of the Indian Constitution? Answer. The drafting of the document called the Constitution was done by an assembly of elected representatives called the Constituent Assembly. Elections to the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946. Its first meeting was held in December 1946. Soon after, the country was divided into India and Pakistan. The Constituent Assembly was also divided into the Constituent Assembly of India and that of Pakistan. The Constituent Assembly that wrote the Indian Constitution had 299 members. The Assembly adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949 and it came into force on January 26 January 1950. Next question. What are the four main ideals enshrined in the preamble of the Indian Constitution? Answer. The ideal written in the preamble of the Indian Constitution are as under: justice. Every citizen of India will have social, economic, and political justice. Liberty. Every citizen will have the liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Equality. Every citizen will be provided with the equality of status and opportunity. Fraternity. All the citizens of India have been assured about the dignity of individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Next question. How did the Constituent Assembly work to prepare the Constitution for India? Answer. The Constitution Assembly worked in a systematic, open, and consensual manner. First, some basic principles were decided and agreed upon. Then, a drafting committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar prepared a draft constitution for discussion. Several rounds of thorough discussion took place, caused by clause. More than 2000 amendments were considered. The members deliberated for 114 days spread over 3 years. Every document presented and every word spoken in the Constituent Assembly was recorded and preserved. These are called Constituent Assembly debates. Next question. What are constitutional amendments? Answer. A constitution is not merely a statement of values and philosophy. A constitution is mainly about embodying these values into institutional agreements. Indian Constitution is a very long and detailed document. Therefore, it needs to be amended quite regularly to keep it updated. Those who crafted the Indian Constitution felt that it must be in accordance with people's aspirations and changes in society. They did not see it as a sacred, static, and unalterable law, so they made provisions to incorporate changes from time to time. These changes are called constitutional amendments. Next question: on what terms did the black agreed upon white while making a constitution for South Africa? Answer: after 2 years of discussion and debate, they came out with one of the finest constitutions the world has ever had. This constitution gave to its citizens the most extensive rights available in any country. Together, they decided that in the search for a solution to the problems, nobody should be excluded, no one should be treated as a demon. They agreed that everybody should become part of the solution, whatever they might have done or represented in the past. Next question: what was the reaction of the government towards the protest movement against the apartheid in South Africa? Answer: in South Africa, the white racist government continued to rule by detaining, torturing, and killing thousands of black and colored people. As protest and struggle against apartheid had increased, the government realized that they could no longer keep the blacks under their rule through repression. The white regime changed its policies. Discriminatory laws were replaced, ban on political parties and restrictions on the media were lifted. After 28 years of imprisonment, Nelson Mandela walked out of the jail as a free man. Next question: why did the South African people need a constitution? Answer: the people of South Africa need a constitution because the oppressor and the oppressed in this new democracy were planning to live together as equals. It was not going to be easy for them to trust each other. They had their fears. They wanted to safeguard their interest. The black majority was keen to ensure that the democratic principle of majority rule was not compromised. They wanted subsectional social and economic rights. Next question: what was the philosophy behind the Constitution? Answer: the values that inspired and guided the freedom struggle and were, in turn, nourished by it, form the foundation for India's democracy. These values are embedded in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. They guide all the articles of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution begins with a short statement of its basic values. This is called the preamble to the Constitution. Taking inspiration from American model, most countries in the contemporary world have chosen to begin their constitutions with a preamble. Next question: what compromises did the black and white make? Answer: it was not an easy task for the two divergent people of South Africa, the white oppressors and the black oppressed one, to draw up a common constitution for the country. When it became free in 1994, after long negotiations, both parties agreed to a compromise. The white agreed to the principle of majority rule, that of one person, one vote. They also agreed to some basic rights for the poor and the workers. The blacks agreed that majority rule would not be absolute. They also agreed that the majority would not take away the property of the white minority. Next question. What was the composition of the Constituent Assembly? Answer. The Constituent Assembly was elected mainly by the members of the existing provincial legislatures. This ensured a fair geographical share of members from all the regions of the country. The assembly was dominated by the Indian National Congress, the party that led India's freedom struggle. But the Congress itself included a variety of political groups and opinions. The assembly had many members who did not agree with the Congress. In social terms, too, the assembly represented members from different language groups, caste, classes, religions, and occupations. Next question. What did Ambedkar mean by contradictions in this his concluding speech to the Constituent Assembly? Answer. Dr. Ambedkar, who played a key role in the making of the Constitution, but he had a different understanding of how inequalities could be removed. In his concluding speech to the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Ambedkar said that India was entering a life of contradictions on 26th January 1950. According to him, in politics, Indians would have equality, but in social and economic life, there would be inequality. The politics should be based on principle of one man, one vote, and one vote, one value. In social and economic life, by reason of social and economic structure, one must continue to deny the principle of one man, one value. Next question. What are the various functions of a constitution? Answer. A constitution performs several functions such as it generates a degree of trust and coordination that is necessary for different kind of people to live together. It specifies how the government will be constituted and who have power of taking which decisions. It lays down limits on the powers of the government and tells us what the rights of the citizens are. It expresses the aspirations of the people about creating a good society. Next question. How does the Indian Constitution describe the institutional agreements? Answer. The Constitution describes the institutional agreements in a very legal language. The Indian Constitution lays down a procedure for choosing persons to govern the country. It defines who will have how much power to take which decisions. It puts limits to what the government can do by providing some rights to the citizen that cannot be violated. Long answer. Question. Why was the making of the Indian Constitution not an easy affair? Answer. Like South Africa, India's constitution was also drawn up under very difficult circumstances. The making of the constitution for a huge and diverse country like India was not an easy affair. At that time, the people of India were emerging from the status of subjects to that of citizens. The country was born through a partition on the basis of religious differences. This was a traumatic experience for the people of India and Pakistan. At least 10 lakh people were killed on both sides of the border in partition related violence. The British had left it to the rulers of the princely states to decide whether they wanted to merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. The merger of these princely states was a difficult and uncertain task. When the constitution was being written, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today. The makers of the constitution had anxieties about the present and the future of the country. Next question: why should we accept the constitution made by the assembly more than 50 years ago? Answer: the constitution does not reflect the views of its members alone, it expresses a broad consensus of its time. Many countries of the world have had to rewrite their constitution afresh because the basic rules were not accepted to all major social groups or political parties. Over the last half a century, several groups have questioned some provisions of the Constitution, but no large social group or political party has ever questioned the legitimacy of the Constitution itself. This is an unusual achievement for any constitution. The second reason for accepting the constitution is that the Constituent Assembly represented the people of India. There was no universal adult franchise at that time, so the Constituent Assembly could not have been chosen directly by all the people of India. The way in which the Constituent Assembly worked gives sanctity to the Constitution. The Constituent Assembly worked in a systematic, open, and consensual manner. First, some basic principles were decided and agreed upon. Then, a drafting committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar prepared a draft constitution for discussion. Several rounds of thorough discussion took place on the draft constitution, clause by clause. More than 2,000 amendments were considered. Every document presented and every word spoken in the Constituent Assembly has been recorded and preserved. These are called Constituent Assembly debates. These debates provide the rationale behind every provision of the Constitution. These are used to interpret the meaning of the Constitution. Next question: explain the different keywords used in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. Answer: several keywords have been used in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. We, the people of India. The Constitution has been drawn up and enacted by the people through their representatives and not handed down to them by a king or any outside powers. Sovereign: people have supreme right to make decisions on internal as well as external matters. No external power can dictate the government of India. Socialist. Wealth is generated socially and should be shared equally by society. Government should regulate the ownership of land and industry to reduce socio-economic inequalities. Secular. Citizens have complete freedom to follow any religion, but there is no official religion. Government treats all religious belief and practice with equal respect. Democratic. A form of government where people enjoy equal political rights, elect their rulers, and hold them accountable. The government is run according to some basic rules. Republic. The head of the state is an elected person and not a hereditary position. Justice. Citizens cannot be discriminated on the grounds of caste, religion, and gender. Social inequalities must be reduced. Government should work for the welfare of all, especially of the disadvantaged groups. Liberty. There are no unreasonable restrictions on the citizens in what they think, how they wish to express their thoughts, and the way they wish to follow up their thoughts in action. Equality. All the equal before the law, the traditional social inequality must be ended. The government should ensure equal opportunity for all. Fraternity. All of us should behave as if we are members of the same family. No one should treat a fellow citizen as inferior. Next question. The South African Constitution inspire Democrats all over the world. Comment. Answer. The South African Constitution inspires Democrats all over the world in the following ways. A state denounced by the entire world till recently as the most undemocratic one is now seen as a model of democracy. What made this change possible was the discrimination of the South African people to work together to transform bitter experience into binding glue of a rainbow nation. The people of South Africa have agreed that everybody should become a part of the solution, whatever they might have done or they presented in the past. It is also a charter for the transformation of our country into one which is truly shared by all its people. It is a country in which the fullest sense belongs to all blacks and whites, women and men. The preamble to the South African Constitution sums up the spirit. इसी के साथ हमारा ये वीडियो कंप्लीट होता है। हमारे दूसरे वीडियोस को देखने के लिए हमारे साथ बने रहें, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और हमें कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताएं कि आपको ये वीडियो कैसा लगा। लाइक करना, शेयर करना और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। धन्यवाद।